It came to pass, when Pharaoh let the people go, that God did not lead them by way of the land of the Philistines, for it was near, because God said, "Lest the people reconsider when they see war and return to Egypt." So God led the people around by way of the desert across the Sinai Peninsula to the Red Sea, and the children of Israel were armed when they went up out of Egypt. Moses took Joseph's bones with him, for he had adjured the sons of Israel, saying, "God will surely remember you, and you shall bring up my bones from here with you." They traveled from Succoth, and they encamped in Etham at the edge of the desert. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to cause it to lead them on the way, and at night in a pillar of fire to give them light. They thus could travel day and night. He did not move away the pillar of cloud by day or the pillar of fire at night from before the people. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel and let them turn back and encamp in front of Pi-hahiroth between Migdol and the sea, in front of Baal-zephon. You shall encamp opposite it by the sea." And Pharaoh will say about the children of Israel, "They are trapped in the land. The desert has closed in upon them, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he will pursue them, and I will be glorified through Pharaoh and through his entire force, and the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord." And they did so. It was reported to Pharaoh that the people had fled, and Pharaoh and his servants had a change of heart toward the people, and they said, "What is this that we have done, that we have released Israel from serving us?" So he harnessed his chariot and took his people with him. He took 600 select chariots and all the chariots of Egypt, with officers over them all. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, the 80-year-old king of Egypt, and he chased after the children of Israel, and the children of Israel were marching out triumphantly. The Egyptians chased after them and overtook them, encamped by the sea, every horse of Pharaoh's chariots, his horsemen, and his force beside Pi-hahiroth, in front of Baal-zephon. Pharaoh drew near, and the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians were advancing after them. They were very frightened, and the children of Israel cried out to the Lord. They said to Moses, "Is it because there are no graves in Egypt that you have taken us to die in the desert? What is this that you have done to us to take us out of Egypt? Isn't this the thing about which we spoke to you in Egypt, saying, 'Leave us alone and we will serve the Egyptians,' because we would rather serve the Egyptians than die in the desert?" Moses said to the people, "Don't be afraid. Stand firm and see the Lord's salvation that he will wreak for you today. For the way you have seen the Egyptians is only today, but you shall no longer continue to see them for eternity. The Lord will fight for you, but you shall remain silent." The Lord said to Moses, "Why do you cry out to me? Speak to the children of Israel and let them travel. And you raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea and split it. And the children of Israel shall come in the midst of the sea on dry land. And I, behold, I shall harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they will come after you. And I will be glorified through Pharaoh, and through all his force, through his chariots, and through his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I will be glorified through Pharaoh, through his chariots, and through his horsemen. Then And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord led the sea with the strong east wind all night with a mighty storm, and he made the sea into dry land, and the waters split. Then the children of Israel came into the midst of the sea on dry land, and the waters were to them as a wall rising 300 feet from their right and from their left. The Egyptians pursued and came after them all, Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen, into the midst of the sea. It came about in the morning watch that the Lord looked down over the Egyptian camp through a pillar of fire and cloud, and he threw the Egyptian camp into confusion, and he removed the wheels of their chariots, and he led them with heaviness. And the Egyptians said, "Let me run away from the Israelites, because the Lord is fighting for them against the Egyptians." Thereupon the Lord said to Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea, and let the water return upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen." So Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and toward morning the sea returned to its strength, as the Egyptians were fleeing toward it, and the Lord stirred the Egyptians into the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, the entire force of Pharaoh coming after them into the sea. Not even one of them survived. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea, and the water was to them like a wall from their right and from their left. On that day the Lord saved Israel from the hands of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dying on the seashore. And Israel saw the great hand which the Lord had used upon the Egyptians, and the people feared the Lord, and they believed in the Lord and in Moses his servant. Video produced by ben-Emmett with the Torah Watchman Show International LLC.
If you've enjoyed this program, please click like and subscribe.